Before evil walked the earth, before temptation whispered in the garden, before sin entered humanity, there was a fall in heaven, not of man but of an angel. His name was Lucifer, and his fall began with one sin. It wasn't violence. It wasn't rebellion at first. It was pride. This single sin is so powerful it can dismantle glory, corrupt beauty, and turn a masterpiece into a monster. How did the most brilliant angel become the ultimate adversary? The story isn't just about him. It's a timeless warning for all of us. Lucifer was not created as a demon. He was created as a masterpiece. Scripture describes him as an archangel, adorned with breathtaking beauty covered in brilliance, wisdom, and splendor. Imagine the highest form of created perfection. He was known as the morning star, a bearer of light, a symbol of perfection among the angelic hosts. He stood close to God's throne, surrounded by glory, trusted with immense responsibility, and gifted beyond measure. Think about it, he had access, he had influence, he had honor. Lucifer had everything except gratitude. And in the absence of gratitude, something else began to grow, a quiet, deadly seed. Pride doesn't begin loudly. It begins quietly, almost invisibly, often in comparison. Lucifer looked at his own beauty. He looked at his influence over other angels. He looked at his high position in the celestial court. And instead of thinking, God has been so good to me, he began to think, I deserve more. I've earned this. In fact, I should be the one on the throne. Scripture echoes his internal thoughts. A series of self-centered declarations. I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the Mount of Assembly. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. 5 times he declared, I will. It was no longer about God's will. It was all about his own. His focus shifted from the giver to the gifts, and he began to worship himself. And pride never stays alone. It's a recruiter. It needs an audience. Lucifer began to spread his deception throughout heaven, subtly questioning God's authority, challenging the divine order, and promising a twisted version of freedom that was really just rebellion in disguise. He whispered lies into the ears of other angels, suggesting that God was a tyrant, that their service was slavery, and that he, Lucifer, offered a better way. And so heaven, a place of perfect peace and harmony, faced war. Angels were forced to choose sides. It was truth against pride, obedience against ambition. Michael the archangel and God's loyal angels stood firm, choosing to honor their creator. Lucifer stood defiant, leading 1/3 of the angels in his arrogant revolt. In that moment, the beautiful morning star became a dark hole of pride, and that pride was about to meet ultimate power. Lucifer didn't lose because God was threatened by him. God cannot be threatened. He fell because pride cannot stand in the presence of pure holiness. In a single decisive act of divine authority, Lucifer was cast down. He was thrown from light into darkness, from glory into disgrace, from heaven into exile. The angel of light became the adversary Satan, the father of lies. His name, once meaning light-bearer, became synonymous with darkness. And it's crucial to understand this. God didn't remove his beauty or his power. Pride corrupted his purpose. The very gifts that were meant to glorify God became the instruments of his own destruction. This is why Scripture gives us one of the most sobering warnings. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. But the story didn't end in heaven. It continued on earth. In the Garden of Eden, the same sinister voice whispered to Eve, "You can be like God." It was the exact same lie, the same temptation, the same appeal to pride. And it led to the same result, a fall. This time it was the fall of humanity. Lucifer fell because of his own pride. Adam and Eve fell by listening to it. The oldest sin simply wears new faces, but it tells the same destructive story, generation after generation. It tempts us to believe we are the center of our own universe, that we don't need our Creator, and that we can define our own good and evil. Lucifer's story is not just ancient history. It's a mirror and a warning for every single one of us today. Pride destroys relationships because it puts me before we. Pride kills gratitude because it convinces us we are entitled to our blessings. Pride is especially dangerous for gifted people, convincing them that their talent, their intelligence, or their success means they don't need God. But look at Lucifer. His incredible talent didn't save him. His high position didn't save him. His stunning beauty didn't save him. Only humility preserves our destiny. Only humility keeps us connected to the source of all goodness. So we're left with this powerful contrast. Lucifer wanted God's throne and lost everything. Jesus, the Son of God, humbled himself, took the form of a servant, died on a cross, and was exalted above every name. Two paths, two choices. Pride that leads to a great fall, or humility that leads to eternal glory. The question for us today is not about what gifts, talents, or positions we have. The real question is, who do we give the glory to? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content that explores these timeless truths.